Hey, Derrick, good to see you. Just kind of wondered what your reaction was when you heard about, your good buddy and your former teammate Marlon with the COVID, and have you reached out to him and, had you spent any time with him after the game that had you nervous at all afterward?
No, not nervous. Spoke, said hello. When I found out, I immediately checked on Marlon, called out the gritter, and tried to, figure everything out. But I mean, from my aspect, I didn't do anything to put myself in harm's way. So, yeah, as far as that goes, I'm good.
Hey Derek, what was your reaction to hearing about KK Short's injury, and how do you feel like you guys have to now step up in his absence?
Man, you lose you a Pro Bowl defense tackle like KK. Guy who put a lot of time and effort in this league. Has got, got the rankings. The OG of the room. It's a tough blow, but I mean, we got to go out there and play for him. We got to go out there, do as if he was out there with us.
All right, let's go to Jason Huber and then Sharon Thorslin.
Hey, Derek. One of the things that Zach Kerr just mentioned to us was it's hard to replace a guy like KK with just one player. And while Matt Rule mentioned that Zach Kerr may be the guy lining up in the starting lineup beside you, how kind of going off that point, how important is it to get you all involved now? And how much does that kind of, I mean, you played 2 games without him already this year. Does that kind of, force you to step up even more now in your rookie season?
Yeah, I mean, just like Zach said, it's going to take more than one person to replace KK. I mean, he's a Pro Bowler. He's done what we all aspire to do. Guys like that, come every once in a dozen. So, just we got to go out there and be able to play to that same standard. The standard's been set. The standards understood. So, I mean, that's just what we got to go out and do.
Hey, Derek, Sharon Thorslin here. When you look at this Bears offense with Foles running the show now, and they've got Patterson, they've converted him to a running back. What do you see out of them offensively? What kind of challenge do they pose?
I mean, they're a very talented team. Just watching the tape this week. They're pretty good up front. They got the skill pieces to the puzzle, and a Foles back there, quarterback. I mean, they got a complete offense, is what I feel like. So I mean, you're not going to just go out there and just walk all over them. You got to be able to go out there and give them your best effort. I mean, it's not going to just be a walk on the field and play okay and get out there with a win. I mean, they're coming in here for our best effort, and we're going to give them our best, and we'll see how the game plays out.
Go to Skylar Callahan and then David Newton.
Hey, Derek, Skylar with Sports Illustrated. I asked Coach Snow earlier about the team meeting that you guys had following the loss to Tampa Bay and trying to get to know each other a little bit better. Is that something that you think has been a part of this turnaround? I know it's probably not the one single point, but how have you seen this team, especially defensively, grow together?
Oh, man, it's been something, to watch. We weren't together for long. Everybody kind of knew each other because we were behind the iPads. So, this year has been crazy. So we never really got a chance to get in here in the spring or early summer with one another. Even my time coming in, I only got to really meet, a handful of guys at one time. And, it was just, we had to figure out us. We had to figure out to trust, the D-line and the linebackers got to trust one another. The back ends got to be able to trust us to be able to do our part. And, I mean, once we figure that out, now it seems like we're starting to play for one another more.
Hey, Derek, David Newton, ESPN.com. What have you noticed about the double teams you get when KK's in there, when he's not in there, and how that's going to impact you moving forward?
I think me and KK both get a lot of double teams. So I don't think it'll change. Just like Zach said, you can't replace them, but we got to go out there and play. So it's one of those things where we got to be able to fill in.
Let's go to Miles Simmons.
Derek, when you look at the Bears, they've done a really good job of just scoring in the fourth quarter and continuing to get down the field in the fourth quarter. How much of an emphasis is that for you guys this week in terms of just finishing and making sure you're finishing things out there?
I think that's emphasis for us all year, finishing the fourth quarter. I mean, no matter how many points you score in the first 3, it doesn't matter if you let a team keep scoring in the fourth quarter because they're going to come back and beat you because all the momentum swinging that way. So, I mean, that's just how we look at it.